Hi everyone, in this video I will make a quick forecast for Ethereum. I apologize to the Ethereum package holders for the delay in forecast, but I was extremely busy with Bitcoin, and that is because Ethereum is following Bitcoin these days. That is why my focus was entirely on Bitcoin to obtain some clarity. So this is the clarity that I obtained, and now I'm ready to deliver to you. As you can see here, Ethereum began an uptrend from 1st of July, exactly like Bitcoin. This is like exactly like Bitcoin. So that is not actually how it's meant to be. You can see Ethereum bottom is here earlier, but it didn't happen. It happened when Bitcoin made the bottom. So I have had to adjust. I cannot use Ethereum cycles straight because they will be confusing. This year Ethereum is so pegged. It's pegged to Bitcoin like the way a small currency in some countries they peg a small currency to one of the big fiat currencies to ensure if that small currency belongs to a small country, they peg it to a big currency to ensure that they don't crash. And it seems like Ethereum is completely pegged to Bitcoin this year. So yes, I'm ready now to deliver my forecast for Ethereum for July. You can see these two fractals, so by now you know whenever you see an orange color, that means it belongs to an eclipse cycle. And whenever you see a cream color, that belongs to a Chinese cycle. So the date that stands out in the Chinese cycle is 17th of July, top. This is 17th of July here. And the Chinese cycle is running more accurate at the moment. You can see both of these cycles. So they're spliced on top of each other. So according to the eclipse cycle, the top should have been here on the 12th of July. And this is how they should have looked. This is how the daily time frame should have looked here. And the top should have been on 12th of July. So we still don't know because the eclipse cycles are very strong. We still don't know. It may make a turn tomorrow instead of producing a pump. Ethereum is very good to make a fool out of me. It has done that several times so far when I have predicted pumps and they never materialize, but it will be even more humiliating if instead of producing a pump tomorrow, it ends up dumping really hard. But you as a subscriber, you should know that this is actually given here by the fractal itself. You know, it's impossible for me to adjust a daily time frame on these fractals. You know, these fractals are copied from some time ago and they last for a whole month. So look, the eclipse fractal is saying that tomorrow there is a very high probability of actually Ethereum dumping. But at least then we will know on what cycle Ethereum is, which is the strongest cycle. Both of these cycles are running right now. The question is which is the dominating cycle? And we'll find out tomorrow. If Ethereum pumps tomorrow, means that the Chinese cycle is the most dominating cycle. If Ethereum dumps tomorrow, means it's going on the solar eclipse cycle. Sometimes that is the only way to find out. The reason why I made the forecast on X that I expect pumps tomorrow is because so far the Chinese cycle has been more accurate. You can see that for the past few days, from the beginning of the month and now it's halfway, this cycle has been showing the trend line quite clearly, with some exceptions. It's not 100% accurate, but the trend line is shown quite accurately, whereas the eclipse cycle is running less accurate at the moment. That is why the chance of tomorrow dumping is lower based on the historical performance so far in July. The chance of the eclipse cycle to be stronger is lower. But I will never reach a point where I will say eclipse cycle is invalidated, because it did this trick on me in the beginning of the year. Look at that. It was valid from January. It kept being valid, and I thought everything was going really well. Look at that. I'm highlighting them, both of them. Look at the eclipse cycle and look at the Chinese cycle, right? So both of them are valid all the way until 4th of March. And 4th of March, they decided to go up and the Bitcoin real trend line went down. So they were invalid for a long time and I gave up on them. During all of this time, I had to use completely different cycles because I couldn't use them. They were simply not valid for all of that period of time. And then suddenly they started getting valid again. I will produce the trend line between here and where we are now in the next update. But I know that they have been valid. It's just not on this chart. It's on another chart, but I don't have time to find it right now. So for this chart at the moment, you can see that the Chinese cycle is more accurate so far in July, and therefore we're going with this. We're going with 17th of July top, and then 21st of July. Where is 21st of July? I don't know where I got that date, 21st of July, a lower high. Oh yes, I know. I got it from here. I got it from the Ethereum daily time frames performance, which is different. So in terms of Ethereum daily time frames performance, tomorrow we have a very big anniversary from a very big top, from a very big pump, sorry. So that is why I forecasted it on X, that tomorrow I expect a pump, because it is confluenced well with the whole of this cycle of the wood monkey. Tomorrow is the wood monkey, and it's performing quite well, this daily time frame for Ethereum, with a 61% historical probability of closing on green tomorrow, and it has a historical pump. Okay, so now we know why I produced that on Next. So now these are the dates for subscribers. 17th of July, top, monthly top for Ethereum. And then we're gonna make a lower high on around 24th of July. This is pointing to 24th of July. And we will watch tomorrow. If tomorrow dumps, that means that we're heading on the solar eclipse fractal, and we're gonna follow the solar eclipse fractal while keeping in mind the other fractal as well. This is how it goes. We need to have two confluences minimum. I cannot just present one of them and be so blindfolded. You know, we need to know what is going around. All of these, both of these cycles are working right now. So in terms of bottoms, the solar eclipse cycle is forecasting 26th of July bottom, and the Chinese cycle is forecasting 31st of July bottom. Okay, everyone, we'll keep this in mind. I will post this in the Ethereum blog. I will post this fractal if you want to refer to it. And I will give exactly the same password. The password will be exactly what you have. Of course, I'm not going to say it here because it's a public video and some people here are not subscribers. Very small minority, by the way. But there are like 2-3 people who are not subscribers here. So that is it for today. Have a lovely day, everyone, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. I'll either win tomorrow or I'll fail spectacularly if Ethereum dumps tomorrow on the 14th. Bye for now.